Oh, hey Beta Crepe. Hey Darth. Can you guys hear me? Oh, hey Sub Money. Right, my mic is it Mike? Oh yeah, I did send the link. So, woo! B levels here. Nice. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Woo! So guys, I am ready. I'm set. I got my pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. Whew. So, just gotta wait for have more people come. So, how was everyone's day so far? Like B level says, the first of us to get back on the stream game. Oh yeah, StreamYard. It took me a while to figure out how to use it. Like at first, it seemed like you can only do it through like the camera, but eventually, I figured it out. All right. Darth Malady says Starbucks isn't good for you, Iron. Try a healthier coffee. Well, the thing is, I actually don't really go to Starbucks that often, so I might go there as like a treat. It's not something I regularly drink. Oh, hey Thrawn, what's up, dude? B Level says, thanks for asking. This week sucked in terms of the EU community, but the weekend's been nice to IRL chilling. Can't disagree with that, dude. This has been one rough week. And I'm glad I'm doing this stream, especially since, oh man, work was kind of rough today. Drove me crazy. Right. Oh, hey, General. What's up, dude? Not much. Just a few people getting on. All right. Just a sec. All right. Oh, General says, oh, I thought you were discussing Matt Wilkins. I don't know if I want to discuss that here. I want this to be stress-free, where you can, this is just like Zen. We can just chill and talk about positive things, you know? Mm. Yeah, I'm glad you guys agree. Like something positive. I can't believe in a few days that Jedi Outcast comes out on like the Switch. I'm definitely gonna pick that up day one because I've dreamed of having that game, on a some sort of portable system. Oh, hey, Charles Koenig. What's up, dude? General CJG says he is apparently on New Jedi Order Balance Point. Man, General, it seems like you're blowing through those books. Submoney says, I can't wait for Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy. Oh, man. Especially Jedi Academy. Man, I can, especially if they're bringing back the multiplayer, I could sit in my room, play it in portable mode with, people. That's gonna be so much fun. Although to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed they aren't bringing the multiplayer for Jedi Outcast on the re-releases. Because to be honest, I actually prefer the multiplayer maps in um, Jedi Outcast over Academy, and the reason why is because there's so much more deathmatch maps in Outcast. 'Cause I think there's only like four or four or five. But man, if they added that in an update, I'd be really happy. But I'm just happy they're bringing it over anyway. Right. Charlotte's Koning asked, "Where would you put Revenge of the Sith on your top Star Wars movies list?" I definitely love Revenge of the Sith, but I've actually seen it the least amount of times out of all the prequels. I'd have to watch it again, but definitely it's going to be on the top. General CJG says he had to blow through Agents of Chaos in order to have Balance Point ready for his Europe trip. Oh yeah, you're going on that. And I'm glad you were able to come here, General, before you left on your trip. Ooh, AK Master has joined us. What's up, dude? Beta Crepe. I think you're referring to Revenge of the Sith being number one. Whew, yeah. Sub Money. Hey, Iron Quizzer. This is a good one. It's a tribute to Heir to the Empire and alternate episode 7 or 8. What if Thrawn took control of the First Order and was supreme leader? That would be awesome. Yes, that would. Honestly, he'd own the Resistance, like even harder than he was like owning the the New Republic for a few of the war. Okay, Charles Koenig asked, just curious, do you know what my profile picture is based on? It looks like one of the covers to one of the Star Wars Republic comics, because I recognize it. Oh, Darth Vyson is here. Hey, dude, what's up? Hail the Black Monks. And Darth Vyson said, this Sith Lord has arrived to take knowledge. Yes. AK Master asks, which Star Wars do you like better, Empire Strikes Back or Revenge of the Sith? Oh man, that is really hard because I love Empire. You know, I like I said, I'm gonna have to rewatch Revenge of the Sith sometime to decide. Hail Thrawn, yes. V-level Star Wars. Still haven't read the Thrawn trilogy. Oh yeah, that Star Wars girl, she's gonna be very disappointed in you, dude. Grand Admiral Thrawn says Thrawn is badass. Oh, indeed he is. General CJ, says to B-level Star Wars, you disappoint me. Lol. Darth Vyson, Dark Empire shows the true power of our Lord. Ooh, are you referring to Dark Empire Palpatine? Like, that comic is proof alone that he's like the most powerful Sith Lord in like galactic history. Submoney says putting Mara Jade in the Mandalorian is kind of a good thing. You know, to be honest, I seriously am looking forward to the Mandalorian because I want to see a new corner of the galaxy. Hey, someone disliked this stream. Huh. I bet it was freaking Logan. Okay, Charles Koenig says. Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was from. AK Master says, "Are you gonna play the new Lego Star Wars game despite having the sequel trilogy?" Maybe. I've been thinking about that, but I'm not sure if I will. Charles Koenig says, "Anakin is his favorite character." Well, he is an awesome character. B level, more disappointed with me than I am with the comebacks of from that Star Wars girl fanboys and arc post fangirls combined. Oh. Darth Vyson, this order will preserve knowledge, something we have not done in a long time. Ooh, sounds badass. Oh yes, Anakin is an awesome character. Like, because I mean, with Anakin, like we know why he falls to the dark side. But with like Kylo Ren, it's just like they say, "Oh, Kylo Ren is so conflicted. It's so deep." And it's like, well, why did he fall? We have to read books in order to understand the full story of why he fell to the dark side. But with Anakin, you don't have to read a single book. And Charles Koenig also says uh, he's not really a fan of TCW Anakin. You mean Gary Stu Anakin? Right, Submoney says Jedi Outcast and Academy is a tribute to LucasArts. Well, the fact that they're releasing it tells me that they're doing that. Oh, yeah. he Beta Crave TCW Anakin isn't a character. Oh, we got Dark Zenobia on board. He says TCW Anakin is boring. Changed my mind. Somebody says a big YouTuber made a tribute to Lucas. I mean, not Lucasfilm, LucasArts. Huh. After the live stream is over, Submoney, you should leave a link to it in the description so I can check it out. All right. Dark Zenobia says, I'd rather watch The Last Jedi than TCW. Ouch. That hurts saying that. Oh my gosh. I mean, at least, The Last Jedi is, like, only 2 hours, like, isn't, like, TCW, like, 40 hours worth of content or something? Darth Maladi asks, "What about TCW Kenobi?" While I do like, the guy who voices him, like, TCW, Obi-Wan, he seems to, like, flirt with everything. And, General says, "I don't know if I can agree to that yet," responding to Dark Zenobia. Charles Koning asks me, "Do you remember where I put Revenge of the Sith on my top Star Wars movies list?" Um, I'm not sure if I remember. You probably told me, in a comment section, but you should remind me. Darth Vyson says, "I'd rather watch the holiday special than both combined." Oh, man. I mean, hey, at least in the holiday special, we get a kick-ass Jefferson Starship song, so there's that. Dark Snowy says, "At least The Last Jedi is only 3 hours, while TCW is close to 40." Oh, yes! Somebody asked, "What stream are you using? It looks new and upgraded." I'm actually using something, new. In fact, B-Level actually showed me this. It's called StreamYard. It took me a while to figure out how to use it, but I figured it out. Dark Zenobia says, "Imagine TCW Obi-Wan as pansexual." Well, he'd be sharing in something in common with a certain orange cat on my channel. Oh, just one sec. All right, just need to. All right, where was I? So far with Star Wars. Wait. So far with Star Wars owned by Disney, the best part of it is the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars episode. Uh, I don't know. I haven't seen that episode. I haven't watched Phineas and Ferb in years. Oh, Cheryl's Koning says, "Oh, Revenge of the Sith, your number one, and it's also your favorite movie of all time." Oh man, Revenge of the Sith. I honestly think the speaking of Revenge of the Sith, I honestly think that the Revenge of the Sith Plinkett is like the worst one because all he does is nitpick, literally. Oh god. Yeah, oh, I completely forgot about that general. The Wookiee with that virtual woman. Oh man. It sounds like something out of one of Quark's Hollow Suite things from Deep Space Nine. Darth Vyson also says we got B. Arthur. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's positive. Charles Koenig says, "What do you think of the fridge scene in Crystal Skull?" Um, I don't know. It's kind of weird how he, is able to survive like the fridge being flung like that distance and not having like any broken bones. I know it's a movie, but whatever. AK Master asked, "Hey Iron, since you like punk rock, what do you think of grunge music?" What do I think of grunge? I actually kind of do like grunge. I also do really like post grunge as well. There's a lot of bands in the post grunge genre I just love listening to. Yeah, if they did make Obi-Wan pansexual, there'd be a lot of people going "Ree," like those reactionaries. All right, B level says he always thought Obi-Wan was so by the code of the Jedi. He wasn't attracted to anyone before he read about Suritachi. Hmm, I gotta read more about her. I do know that Ferris Allen was her Padawan. Druxanovia says, "Watch as Ahsoka is revealed to be a lesbian, and Jeremy loses his mind along with Anna, that Star Wars girl." Honestly, it would be so hilarious if they all turned on Dave Filoni. Oh yeah, Beta Crepe. I've heard that they were planning on making a fifth one. I think that might have been part of the deal with like Harrison Ford coming back in TFA. I'm not sure. I remember reading rumors about that. B level says it would make TCW's existence actually worthwhile. Yeah, Beta Crepe. It's barely watchable. Like I know this is kind of sad, but I've kind of become a masochist, and I kind of enjoy the Plinkett reviews as like a guilty pleasure because I've watched them so many times. I've been so mentally scarred by them. Somebody asks, Sony talked about bringing back Toby Maguire and Andrew Garfield with Tom Holland as alternate Spider-Mans, like so kind of like a Spider-Verse thing. Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to close that. But anyway. All right, so anyway. Dark Synovia says, "Nothing can make TCW tolerable for me except the salty tears of Jeremy and the fascist candy." AK Master says there's a YouTube poop channel called Shafrilus Productions, and his YouTube poops, he always references Red Letter Media. No, I've actually followed Shafrila's channel because I kind of love his talking about like animation. General says, and maybe Rise of Skywalker. Yes. All right, Sherlock Koenig says he hasn't seen Crystal Star yet, but thinks it's pretty silly to hate that scene because Indiana Jones has had pretty crazy, unrealistic moments before. Oh yeah, true. One thing I always liked about Indiana Jones is like the the villains always have like these really over the top deaths. Like probably the creepiest for me was I think the death of that one dude who was like with the Nazis in what was it? Yeah, the Last Crusade, and we drank from the wrong grail. He basically withered away like freaking skeleton Githany. Oh, some money. Oh, bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe. AK Master says, excluding the Star Wars sequels, what is the worst movie you've ever seen? Honestly, I agree with you. The Cat in the Hat is probably the worst I've seen as well. Like that movie was awful. Oh, it's just like completely bastardizes that classic Seuss story. Wait, is that true? They were gonna put Han Solo's Force Ghost talking to Kylo Ren. What? So wait, they're making Han Solo Force sensitive in the new canon, or they were going to? Hey, audio architect, great to have you on the stream. What? You enjoy the Plinkett reviews? Unironically, Duxonovia says you have to be a masochist to watch the Plinkett reviews as many times as you did. Yep. Honestly, they've driven me insane. I but I have to do it. I have to do it for the sake of the Star Wars community and the Star Wars fandom. It's got to be done. The reviews have got to be torn apart. Audio architect now, how will you explain that to your dominatrix? Um, my dominatrix? Huh. Oh, some money, a Spider Verse thing. Live action Spider Verse? That maybe could work. General CJG says, "Don't forget that you, Iron, and me will read the Callista trilogy together eventually." Oh man, I'm so looking forward to reading that and the Crystal Star. Oh man, those books are literally going to be Citizen Kane compared to the TLJ novelization. No joke there, people. Dr. Shinobi says, I would rather read the Crystal Star than the Callista trilogy. I want to read all of them. B Level says, I know we weren't talking about, you know who. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, dude. But how'd you like your role as Legolas in your latest installment of Meme Wars? Well, dude, I'm really glad you gave me the role of Legolas because he's a freaking badass. AK Master says Schaefer Productions is a huge fan of Red Letter Media, but surprisingly, he doesn't hate the prequels. That that surprises me. I never knew that. You know, I've actually had a few people leave comments telling me that they like Red Letter Media, but they actually don't like his prequel reviews. They think like the prequel hate is like overblown, and good to see more people who actually think that way. Oh, Dark Synovia says that Callista exists in the Republic Commando novels. She's referenced in Order 66. Well, then it's kind of hard to take the Callista trilogy as, non-canon. Oh man, Dark Synovia says having Callista as Luke's love interest is creepy, considering she's old enough to be his mother. Oh man, I completely forgot about their age. Oh, and honestly, Mara is the only woman for Luke. Dr. Novi also says Cat in the Hat was an embarrassment. My mother hated it when she first saw it. She thought it was one of the worst movies she ever saw in her life. Yeah, I think when did that movie come out? I think it was 2002. So I probably was in first grade. And I remember my first grade teacher went to go see it and she was just so appalled by it. Oh, they're going to have Han as force sensitive. Waru swimming inside. I mean, Luke swimming in Waru's belly to get his force powers back. Oh man, that it's so bad it's good. Shafrula has made many disses at the prequels. Charles Koenig asks, just curious, Aryan, do you know who Neo, Morpheus, and Agent Smith are from? I'm I think they're from the Matrix. Yeah, those are Matrix characters. B Level says, Iron, you watching the Plinkett reviews is up there for how I had to rewatch that multi-hour live stream multiple times to break down evidence for the community. We're both taking one for the team, dude. And he also says we've both near sacrificed out our sanity. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna need therapy after, dealing with all this stuff. Somebody asks, Iron, what if you found out your girlfriend was a Phantom Menacer? What would you do? Man, I'd probably, if I was like to date a girl, I'd ask her like if she was like a Phantom Menacer before dating her. Audio Architect says Darth Grumpy in the Hat 2003. Oh, did you guys know that Darth Grumpy likes that movie? And it doesn't surprise me considering the humor would appeal to the lowest common denominator. And considering Grumpy likes, TLJ, it wouldn't surprise me that he liked yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you like that movie. Charles Koenig says, "Have you seen any of the Terminator movies, Iron?" Actually, I've never seen any of the Terminator movies. I'm very interested in watching those because I heard like the old movies were like classics. General says he takes the Callisto trilogy as S canon. mm, yeah, sure. AK Master says, turns out Mike Myers' cat in the hat is Darth Grumpy's brother. Oh god. They do. It wouldn't surprise me if they were related. Audio Architect says, what are your thoughts on B-level Star Wars having never read the Thrawn trilogy? Thrawn trilogy's the end all be all, dude. If you haven't read it, you're not a real EU fan. Nah. See, people, it just bogs my mind how people seem to act like the expanded universe post Return of the Jedi stuff is like the majority of the EU. And it's like when they think of Clone Wars content, they think of TCW, but ignore like the Clone Wars multimedia project. Somebody asks, what if Master Yoda was still alive? Like he never died, but how would he think, or what would you think of Luke's new Jedi Order? Would he accept it? Hmm. To be honest, I think Yoda would agree that the Jedi Order needs to be um, reformed because he probably had 20 years, or yeah, 20 plus years to reflect on the mistakes of the Jedi Order. So it really does make sense that he would maybe become accepting of it. Novia says, I don't care what anyone says, Dark Fate cannot be as bad as Terminator Genesis. It's just impossible. Terminator Genesis, excuse me, terminated the franchise. Cannot see the franchise getting any worse. Man, I've heard that the later movies kind of like fell for like the whole like where they keep making sequel after sequel and it kind of gets bad. Mm. Yeah, B level says Luke swimming in Waru's belly in Crystal Star, or Luke drinking the green milk in TLJ, which is the all-time low for Luke. Well, I think Waru swimming in I mean not Waru. Luke. Luke swimming in Waru's belly is kind of hilarious, but the green milk is just uh. General CJG asks, "How is it that I haven't gone insane after watching The Last Junk Fest 6 times and also reading the novelization and comic versions?" Um, you got a strong will, dude. That's my guess. Sub Money says green milk in TLJ is worse. I can't agree, or I mean, can't argue with that. Doxnovia says those who are hating on Terminator Dark Fate, saying it's going to flop just because it has a cast of women. Terminator Genesis flopped and it was cast with mostly men. These people are fucking dumb. Like, is it like those reactionary people who think that? Because that sounds like something they'd say. It'll flop just because it has women in it. Man, just because it has women in it doesn't mean it's gonna flop. Seriously. Audio Architect says you've already missed the obligatory me not reading the Thrawn trilogy mention. Oh yeah, that was earlier in the stream. B level Star Wars says Iron X Fandom Menace Girl, Altair, and Maria the Templar. It could happen, you never know. Oh. Ugh. Darth Vyson just says, Oy vey. Oy vey. Oh, I think Audio Architect is. Are you trying to say you're going to keep mentioning the Thrawn trilogy thing? All right, Charles Koenig, you just saw the first Terminator movie last Saturday. I really want to see it. Audio Architect I feel like breaking down a long toxic Star Wars video in my mind. Any tips on how to keep my sanity? Hmm. Any tips? Man, take lots of breaks and just don't go too overboard. Let's see. Iron Inquisitor, somebody, sorry, I'm losing it right now. Somebody says there's a rumor of a Batman Beyond movie that DC talked about. What do you think? Honestly, I would love to see a good like Batman on screen again. Because honestly, I've talked to I've talked to people and told them this before, but I almost fell asleep during Batman v Superman. All right, B level says, "Hey Aaron, I'm going to be heading out to dinner. This has been awesome. For sure, we'll do some shared streams, and he'll watch all this later. All right, see you, dude. You enjoy your food." Darth Vyson, are you talking about Terminator? Yeah, I think he is. Beta Creep says he's watched the Plinkett reviews many times. He has a strong spirit to handle TLJ. Don't bring up Terminator Genesis with those people. It'll destroy their anti SJW narrative. Lol. Darth Vyson asks, Iron, what do you think of my Sith Order? Oh yeah, it was the one where like the Sith in the future that like collected lore. I'd say I do like your Sith Order. Your idea is cool, and it's certainly better than anything they could come up with in the new canon. Somebody says Darth Bane's apprentice. Oh, Darth Zana. She looks hot. Man, I mean, what is it with evil dark side chicks? They're just hot, but sometimes they end up they don't age well later on. Like a good example would be Darth Zash from SWOTOR. Like she ended up very wrinkly and dark side corrupted. Dark Sinovia says, "Is it me or is the Darth Plagueis novel an allegory for the Zionist is controlling everything?" You know, when I was reading it, now that you mention it, I kind of get that vibe a little bit. And Darth Vyson says he heard that represents the Rockefellers. Charles Koenig asks, What do you think of the Hobbit movies? Um, man, the Hobbit movies. Those movies were a huge wasted potential in my honest opinion because oh man. I mean, I like the first one, but later on, eh. Darth Vyson wants Lumiya's belly. Okay. AKA Master says since Logan Veracruz hates the prequels, I asked him if he hates Avatar The Last Airbender, expecting him to hate it. Turns out he actually likes it. Well, I mean, considering he likes Dave Filoni, and I don't know many people who actually dislike Avatar The Last Airbender. Oh, Darth Vyson, if you want Lumaya to be your waifu, then go for it. Alright. Darth Zana is much hotter than Darkseid Ray. Sorry, but it's true. I mean, damn. She is pretty hot. Darth Vyson says Zash Chan is his waifu, and as well as Lumaya. We're talking about star waifus now. hmm. I'm not sure who your star waifu would be, audio architect. Could you tell me? Oh, excuse me. Dr. Novius asks, what would an interaction between Grandmaster Luke and Jake Alien Milker be like? Oh man. I'm kind of imagining them meeting in a bar and like I don't know why they're meeting in a bar, but like he talks about or like he tries to cheer him up and encourage him with his positivity, but it doesn't work because he's just like, "Oh no, I've given up." Darth Vyson says, "I have many waifus. I'm the real life Obi-Wan Kenobi from TCW 2008." Audio Architect says his waifu is Shakti. I think you've mentioned that somewhere. I'm not sure because that sound. I remember someone who subbed to me mentioned her being the waifu. AK Master says I also asked Logan if he hates Samurai Jack since it's by Jenny Tartakovsky and he did the Clone Wars Micro series. Did he respond back? Did he say he hates Samurai Jack? Somebody says, oh, well, mine's Talon and Ayla Sakura. Is his wife and his girlfriends. Honestly, Ayla Sakura would probably be my choice because, I mean, I really like Twi'leks, and she's a badass, and her blue midriff is really sexy. It's funny is like I've always had like a thing for blue alien girls, whether they're in like Star Wars or Star Trek. Dark Zenobia says his is Mara Jade, which is obvious. Mara is a fine choice. And Dark Zenobia says another would be Padme. Man, you gotta admit, Padme, she was fine in the prequels. Okay, Logan hasn't responded yet. Well, Logan is a coward, so who knows? Right, Darth Vyson says another waifu of his. The Tenel Ka's mother. I think her name is Teneniel Jo. She was like a knight. No, like she wasn't a knight sister, but she was just like one of the witches of Dathomir. And like I think Luke when was like kidnapped by her, and she wanted to marry him. So we got all right. Where was I? Guy Alfonso Alvera Burgos Vargas. Um, my Spanish is a little rusty, so I have a little bit of trouble understanding you. Something about God and all the inhabitants of Costa Rica. Charles Koenig asks, "Who do you think wins? Mace Windu versus Obi-Wan, Anakin versus Vader, Anakin versus Grievous, and Anakin versus Mace Windu?" Hmm. Ooh, I'll have to think about that. That's really hard to think about because like Obi-Wan is like was the pure master of Surisu, and Mace Windu was the master of an incredibly powerful like offensive technique. To be honest, I think Mace Windu probably would win, but it would be a very tough fight because Obi-Wan being a Surisu master, it would be hard to break through his defenses. Anakin versus Darth Vader. I'd probably go with Darth Vader because honestly, I could see Darth Vader like manipulating his younger self because he would know all his techniques of when he was younger. I'm not sure about Anakin versus Grievous and Anakin versus Mace Windu, but man, it makes me oh, where'd it go? Yeah, it makes me excited for the versus video I'm planning. The Gorkin pick versus Toki Tolivar and the fifth brother. Honestly, I'm gonna have to do a deep analysis of their abilities. Who do you think would win in that fight? AK Master says it took Logan a month to answer his Avatar The Last Airbender question. So it might take a month. Probably. Duxanovia says, who the F would hate Samurai Jack? You would have to have shitty taste to hate something like that. Man, I've actually never seen Samurai Jack, but I've really wanted to watch the series. Yeah, audio. Luke did try to redeem Jorah Sabaoth, but the thing is, Sabaoth was just way too crazy and mad. So there's like no trying to redeem him. Somebody says, what do you think about people hating on beautiful alien races? Well, that's just wrong. Sub money. Audio Architect says, I gotta admit, I have a similar thing for green alien girls. You know, I gotta admit, for like Star Trek, they have like the Orion slave girls. Man, those are some fine ladies, I gotta say. All right. AK Master asks, "Hey Iron, are you gonna raid Area 51 in 9 days?" What? I've been hearing like all these weird rumors about some whatever with Area 51. I don't know what that's about. Audio Architect, who is your Star Wars waifu and why is it Gardola the Hutt? mm, I'm not sure I agree with that. I think he would remember Anakin's fighting style. I don't see why he'd forget it. Oh yeah, that was a meme. I completely forgot about that. Darth Vader versus Grievous, sabers only. Hmm. I'm not sure exactly. Somebody asks the old Jedi Order or Luke's new Jedi Order. Dude, Luke's Jedi Order all the way. Somebody says, "What do you think of Battlestar Galactica and Babylon 5?" Oh, I've actually never seen those series. I've been wanting to watch them for like years. I remember my dad was watching like the pilot episode to the original, but I don't really remember that much. So I'll have to watch them on my own sometime. All right. Dark Snovia says, "Who would win, Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith before he fell to the dark side, or Luke Skywalker at the time of the Thrawn trilogy?" Hmm. Hmm. Honestly, my money is kind of on uh Luke Skywalker. Audio Architect says Saisi Teen versus Kylo Ren. Round one is through lightsabers, round two is starfighter combat. Says I know pretty much everyone here hates Kylo, but let's be unbiased. Honestly, I don't see Kylo Ren defeating a Jedi Master. All right. So was I? Darth Vyson says Bradley the God. AK Master asks, "Have you seen Stranger Things?" I actually haven't. My sister has, and she told me that it's a pretty good series, and I've been wanting to check it out. And I did hear the intro, and I really like the intro because I like the 80s analog synth music because analog synthesizers make me salivate. Yep, I agree, General. Saisi would win. Grand Admiral Thrawn asks Yun versus Ezra. Like Ezra Bridger from Rebels? You know what? Honestly, I kind of want to do a versus video maybe about that because I want to do like versus videos with each of Jarek's Dark Jedi. I could see Yun maybe defeating uh end of season 2 Ezra Bridger, but I'm not sure about, Ezra Bridger afterwards in the later seasons of Rebels. Dark Shinobi says, "Who would win a lightsaber fight? Jason Solo at the start of Legacy of the Force before he falls to the dark side, or Kylo Ren as of the Last Jedi?" Honestly, Jason, because I mean, granted, Kylo Ren was wounded. He was beaten by a untrained girl. Darth Vyson says he wants Yun to be his apprentice. Okay. Well, Yun died in Dark Forces 2, so he became a Force ghost. Yeah, I agree, Sub Money. We see Rey getting angry a lot. It's not surprising she's fallen to the dark side, you know? Really, Charles? One of your friends thinks Ren can beat Dooku and Anakin? Man, those people just don't know. They don't know nothing about power levels in Star Wars and skill levels. Oh man. There is this one guy who's like, Dooku versus the Grand Inquisitor, or do Jarek versus the Grand Inquisitor. I'm like, no, that's such a mismatch. I mean, the greatest feat the Grand Inquisitor has done in Star Wars is beat Jocasta Nu, but that's not very impressive considering she's not a dedicated lightsaber duelist. And also, Dooku and Jarek wouldn't even have to draw their lightsabers. They could just force choke the Grand Inquisitor. In fact, Dooku and Jarek, they could take on the entire Disney canon Inquisitorius all at once, to be honest, with just using force powers. Sub money. Oh, your brother and some people likes the new canon in your family. I mean, if they want to read the new canon, that's fine. I mean, I'm critical of it, but if they want to enjoy it, then that's on them. Dark Snovia says, "Are you effing kidding me? The youngling that Anakin killed in Revenge of the Sith freak." Yeah. Honestly, Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker could defeat Kylo Ren. Darth Vyson says, "Should you allow aliens in your order?" Um, if they're like really powerful in the Force, yeah. All right, where was I? Yep, Jason Solo would win easily. I mean, he literally got his defenses were penetrated by a non-force sensitive stormtrooper. You know, to be honest, I would have made Finn also force sensitive. To be honest, maybe he's like if they made Finn force sensitive, I'd probably make him like he's not super strong, so he has to work really hard, to get his powers. But he's mostly a lightsaber duelist. That's what I would have done. Right. AK Master says who would win? Ray from the Star Wars sequels or Ray from Ghostbusters? Oh, that's a good question. Somebody asks, if an expanded universe TV show happened, would you love to see in anime form or animated form? It depends. I like to see both. It just depends on what type of story. Dark Zenobia? Padawan Anakin from Attack of the Clones versus Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. Hmm. I think my money is on Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. Because I've heard somewhere that Luke, I'm not sure where exactly, but like Luke in Return of the Jedi was roughly on par with like Obi-Wan, like how he was in Attack of the Clones. It was like force power wise. And like lightsaber dueling wise, he was like even better. He says, honestly, Archelos Cullen says, I honestly don't understand how anyone can think Kylo Ren is powerful. I mean, besides, holding back that blaster bolt, that's like the only powerful feat he's done. Okay, there's a dude on here. Looks like we got a fandom menacer on here. Let's see. How do I? Just a sec. I'm gonna. All right, guys. Just a sec. There's someone who I'm gonna delete from the block from the live stream. Or sorry, where was I? Oh yeah. All right. AK Master asks, "Are you a fan of Queen? Oh, like the band with like Freddie Mercury? Oh man, they're a pretty good band. I remember I really liked listening and watching the Live Aid concert from like 1985. All right. All right. Where was I? Earth in Star Wars? Hmm. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Audio Architect says unarmed Kylo Ren versus 1 trillion Count Dooku's. I mean, if you gave Kylo Ren like access to the Valley of the Jedi from Dark Forces 2, he might stand a chance. Yeah, Kylo Ren isn't necessarily weak, but yeah, but the problem is the writing. Like people and the writers, they couldn't even beat. Oh, sorry, I was distracted by something. Oh, not a Logan stock account. Oh, look, Logan Veracruz is showing up. Sup, Logan? Oh yes. Anyway, oh yeah, I was talking about the power scaling. Yeah, the writers and those people, they don't know how it works. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about um the blaster bolts being frozen from Ray, and he was able to freeze her. Yeah, they basically just had to make him weak just for the sake of the writing. Fisto shirtless. Yeah, Kylo Ren does have. We're showing that he does. We're showing he does, but definitely does have potential. But it's those writers. Ray is secretly Shmi after she got stuck in a time loop. Snoke was the most powerful force wielder we've seen on screen, and he was easily killed by Kylo Ren. Like, exactly. If he was that powerful and able to, and having, that strong of a force sense, he should have been able to do something. Darth Vyson says, "I love how people are getting hyped up about episode 9." How much are you willing to bet that a lot of those people were the same people who were duped by TLJ? Finn versus Orman Tag, both with lightsabers. I don't know. Somebody's waifu, other waifu is Poison Ivy and Catwoman. Nice choice. Okay, what if George went with Revenge of the Jedi for the name of episode 6? Honestly, I prefer Return of the Jedi. All right. So where was I? All right. Somebody asks, which Marvel and DC chick is your waifu? Oh, if I had to go with a Marvel chick, I'd probably choose. Oh, what's her face? Mystique from X-Men. Because she's a blue girl, and Dr. Shinobi says Kylo Ren's feats are not going to be shown in the movies. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The new canon material is going to show his power level. Cybernetic Geek asks, is the Phantom Menace associated with No More Legends? Wow. I've never considered that before. What if there were Phantom Menaces that were Phantom Menacers that were part of that pathetic Facebook page? Dr. Novi says it's going to make him look worse because he was really one of the most powerful force wheels in existence. Then why did he lose to Ray? Yep, exactly. Oh, dang it. Just a sec. And everything they will explain inevitably is going to make Kylo Ren look even worse. Versus match Iron Inquisitor with Jarek's lightsaber versus B level with Shaggy's lightsaber. Ooh. I mean, that's a fight I'd love to watch. Kylo Ren couldn't even beat R2D2. Oh yeah, looks like Logan is having fun in the chat here. Oh yeah, don't. Oh man, I'm finally getting caught up with all of Logan's stuff. All right, Charles Koenig asks, Aaron, what would you think is awesome? I mean, I read that wrong. So I think, I'm sorry. Someone had a criticism of Return of the Jedi that Mace Windu beat Palpatine, and this is from a perspective of someone who's only seen the movies. Well, even without reading the EU, it's still kind of clear to me that he was kind of acting because he was so being so over the top. Oh yeah, don't worry, General. I blocked him a while ago. My audio architect says that I might like Zangia from Dragon Ball Z. Oh man. That's something I gotta watch. Because, I've always out of like all the big three shonen, like I've always loved One Piece the most. Dark Shinobi says shirtless Anakin Skywalker versus shirtless Skywalker. Who would win? Oh man, we all know who'd win that, dude. AK Master says Iron Inquisitor versus Logan Veracruz. Oh man, Logan, he'd run away like a coward bitch. Just even if I was just like standing in front of him, I wouldn't have to do anything. He's such a coward. Oh great. Looks like that guy's back. All right. I'm not Logan. Yeah, I totally believe you. Makoto says if you haven't watched Dragon Ball, before Dragon Ball Z. I've actually seen the first dozen or so episodes of the original Dragon Ball anime. Oh yeah, Dark Shinobi, he'll be back eventually with another one of his pathetic accounts. Oh yeah, Shirtless. I've heard of the red and blue pill thing. I'm very familiar with that. Shirtless Anakin wins, but he needs to have his Nelvan tattoos. Yes. They'll be OP. Alright. Logan is the boa man of iron. So I've heard. Have I heard of what the pills mean? A little bit. Dark Shinobi says, I would love to see this cow come onto my turf. I've seen Logan leave a few comments. If you look at the Phantom Menace reaction, he responded to a few threads. Dark Shinobi says the Phantom Menace ironically aren't even taking the red pill. They're taking the blue pill because they live in a different reality. I doubt any of these is even understood the Matrix at all. They probably don't understand it whatsoever. Oh, Logan is back. All right. Own this fool. Own him. Is Thanura Oh, let's see how this goes. Since I'm caught up. Hmm. Yeah, I've heard that he does do that with Nazis. Dark Synovia. Let's see. Darth Vyson says fandom menaces aren't they're dunces. Let's see. Makoto asks, ever watched Dr. Slump? Made by the same creator of Dragon Ball. It's only in sub though. Hmm. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oh yeah, I know who Colonel Sanders is. He's the KFC dude. Audio Architect says, would you rather bridal carry? Where was he? Nico Robin or be bridal carried by Nico Robin? Oh, I'd love to carry her. Oh, oh things keep going around. Samurai Jack is cool, but the OP shit don't belong in Star Wars. Dude, there's a defense for this, but I won't try arguing with you because you're a complete idiot, Logan. You're a complete dumbass. That's true. Logan is pretty much an enemy of the entire Star Wars fandom. Really? Is there a character in the Matrix that looks like Colonel Sanders? Logan being Plunkett's son. Hmm. If you guys have any more suggestions for future versus videos, let me know. Oh, The Colonel Sanders guy was the architect. I've heard about the architect because I know a little bit about the Matrix, but not that much. Logan can't even do trolling right because he gives himself away immediately with his profile pictures and his NPC disguise, the dialogue trees. So true. So yeah, back to my versus video I was planning. I was just thinking about it. The only reason why I chose to have like I chose like the fifth brother from the new canon is because I couldn't find someone to like team up with Toki Tolliver. I couldn't find like a Dark Jedi. Oh, excuse me. That would have been perfect to team up with him. But like Gork and Pick, they were already a perfect team. Yeah, that's true. He only like he barely did anything with Avatar: The Last Airbender. He only did like a handful of episodes and then moved on to do TCW. All right. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, Makoto. I've heard that they gotten pretty cancerous. I remember like a decade ago I used to play Roblox a lot, but the only like I think I deleted it from my PC to make room for Star Wars: The Old Republic. But part of me would like to get into Roblox again, maybe. Oh, Audio Architect says for the Fifth Brother research, you might want to check out the Rebels comic series for additional content to analyze. Oh, perfect. Because most of what I've seen is from the Rebels series. All right, what was I? Just a sec. All right. Yeah, so anyway, when I was analyzing the Fifth Brother, He seems more like a dedicated force wielder than a lightsaber duelist, to be honest. I've only played like Fortnite once on my Switch, and what pissed me off is my two teammates like took all the freaking weapons and didn't let me have a single one. I was like, dude, how am I gonna help the team win if you're gonna take all the freaking weapons? I haven't played it. I haven't played it since. And I'd much rather play like Quake 3 Arena and Unreal Tournament than Fortnite. Darth Vyson asks, when do you plan to end the live stream? I'm gonna go maybe for another 15 minutes because I plan to do like 2 hours. Somebody asks, Iron, have you seen the new Call of Duty trailer and other game trailers? Eh, no. I don't really care about modern Call of Duty. Okay, Audio Architect brings up a comic where the fifth brother duels Kanan and Ezra in an ice cave. Huh. I might want to check that out. Oh yeah, some money. Doom Eternal. Man, I'm looking forward to that so much. AK Master says, I bet Logan likes the crappy Cat in the Hat movie. Wouldn't surprise me. Somebody asks, would you love Quake to be back in gaming? You honestly, it would be kind of cool if id Software gave Quake like the Doom 2016 treatment. Man, that would be badass. Dark Snowy says, I really wish they would make a brutal version of Jedi Outcast. Man, just like you slash your enemies and like the blood and like enemy heads and body parts fly everywhere. Hmm. All right, let's see. Well, honestly, I am looking forward to Fallen Order, but considering it's EA, it's probably gonna come like fall short. You know what's funny? Considering in the new canon, gameplay footage is canon. There's apparently like this DLC, like this pre-order. No, it's not DLC. It's like pre-order stuff where you can get like an orange lightsaber crystal and a bunch of alternate hilts for Cal Kestis. or whatever the name the main character has, whatever his name is. It's like, so what's his real lightsaber color? Was it in Star Wars? Is it blue? Is it orange? See, this is literally why gameplay footage should not be canon. All right, audio. You have a good night, my dude. Dark Sinovia says, "Why is it that we haven't had a Star Wars game with lightsaber combat better than Jedi Academy, a game that came out almost 16 years ago?" Exactly. Why aren't they? You think with the technology we have with gaming, the animations, and all that, they can make a great lightsaber dueling game. But I don't know. Yeah, what Disney and EA did to Star Wars gaming, man. Ugh. It's like pretty much all we've gotten so far is a bunch of shitty mobile games no one cares about, and mediocre Battlefront games, and possibly a mediocre Star Wars game in the form of Fallen Order. Man, I'm kind of interested in the Lego Star Wars game. It does look promising, I would say. Oh, let's go down. Yeah, Dark Snowy, I'm so sick of blue and red. Like, I want some lightsaber color diversity here. I mean, by the logic of the new canon's lightsaber mood ring crystals, we should be seeing more diversity in lightsaber colors. In fact, there's actually been a few examples in the new canon, like in Heir to the Jedi, Luke Skywalker found like a purple lightsaber that belonged to a Rhodian Jedi. But other than that, I can't think of anything else. And there's that Dark Disciple, that TCW fanfic novel, where Asajj Ventress had a yellow lightsaber. Yeah, Lucas Arts, man, in their heyday, they were great. Yes, audio, give me some indigo. Yeah, they pretty much mostly are just caring about the original trilogy. Wouldn't it be funny if I mean, I doubt this would happen, but what if Jedi Outcast the re-release and Jedi Academy outsold Fallen Order? Yeah, I'm almost ashamed of being a Star Wars fan. It's just so toxic and ugh, the toxicity is just kind of making it hard to enjoy things right now. Oh man, I've heard rumors about the Sonic fan base. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I really do hope at least the games so well. Hmm. Man, Star Wars only, that guy has literally been shown proof that the expanded universe was canon over and over again, and yet he just plugs his ears. Yeah, I'd probably say Geeks and Gamers is worse. Yep, the fact that they split the movement, I'd probably say that they're a lot worse. Oh yeah, I remember that Dan McCarthy video. In fact, fun fact for all my subs who are watching this, that video is the first time I encountered Logan Veracruz. Like me and another expanded universe fan who's not really around anymore. I haven't heard from him in like almost a year. We like kicked his ass so hard, and ever since then, he's been so butthurt. Right. Yeah, Beta Crepe. He was in the comment section of Dan McCarthy's video. You can still find it. It's still there. Yes. Let's not mention that certain person here. Right. All right. AK Master asks, Iron, can you react to Jeremy John's Star Wars prequel reviews at some point? That might be something I might have to do. Because at some point in the future, I plan on reacting to the Confused Matthews reviews. Not this year, sometime in the future. Literally. As soon as you show Logan the facts, he just runs away like a little bitch. If I did talk to him through a voice call, he'd probably be screaming and whining. Hey Logan, what about that one George Lucas quote from Splinter in the Mind's Eye? He says the EU is part of his saga. What you gotta say to that, Logan? Wait, what? Did Jeremy Johns really say that he bullied Jake Lloyd? All right, fuck that guy. He's disgusting for ruining his life. Princess Azula should take care of Logan. Oh man. She'd kick his ass so hard and he'd cry. George Lucas doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't care about the new canon at all. Like the people who claim that it's part of his vision are just full of shit. Well, at least I can respect Chris Stuckman for that. Dark Synovia, I bet Logan still lives with his mom. All right, guys. Looks like it's 5:02 where I am. So, I think I'm going to end the stream right here and I might play some video games or whatever or just wait till my dad gets home with dinner. So, I think I'll see you guys around. Maybe I'll do a live stream next month as well. I had a lot of fun with this. And now that I got StreamYard, I can easily do this because I remember the first time I tried to stream. It was like a half hour. So I will see you guys around.